For the past 43 years, and the 23rd year in at the Venetian Expo and Convention Center in Las Vegas, the firearm industry professionals gather for SHOT Show, the largest trade show for target shooting, hunting, outdoor, and law enforcement products. The 45th Shooting, Hunting, and Outdoor Trade Show, SHOT Show, will take place January 17 to 20, 2023 at the Venetian Expo and Convention Center in Las Vegas, with expansion into the new Caesars Forum, adding more exhibit space, totaling over 800,000 net square feet, a perfect opportunity for more companies to showcase their products to industry buyers. And welcome back, everybody. This is Mason here with Flash Review. Today we will discuss together 5 awesome shotguns just revealed at SHOT Show for 2023. CZ Bob White G2. Well, first, any hunter with a modicum of taste has a thing for a good side-by-side field gun. Yes, that's an unequivocal statement, and I'm unwilling to moderate it. Second, the Bob White G2 ticks all the classy configuration boxes. Design and aesthetics are nicely engineered, and fit and finish are very satisfactory. But this is not a made-by-hand gun. Rather, it utilizes the latest space-age manufacturing techniques available. Dimensions and mechanics are stellar, courtesy of excellent CAD programming and CNC machining. As CZ puts it, modern internals slim the action while increasing longevity and reliability. And 0.31-inch semi-raised flat-rib crowns the twin barrels and is machined with fine lines to reduce glare. The bead sight is a well-appointed ivory lookalike. The barrel muzzles are ground flat and left in the white, presumably the better to conceal the wedge and brazing lines between them. Lightmaker and import marks, engraved on each side of the barrels just forward of the standing breech, are the only aesthetic marrying elements I've found. Like most side-by-sides, the Bob White G2 action is opened via a top lever. Push it firmly to the right to open. As with any shoulder-fired firearm meant to be shot instinctively, fit is important. The Bob White G2's length of pull to the front trigger, traditionally fired first, is almost 14.5 inches. This puts the gun out in front of average framed shooters right into the sweet spot for balance and follow-through, and it works quite well for lanky, long-necked fellows like me. For those who know their measurements for a perfect fit and are interested, drop at the Bob White G2's heel is 2.25 inches. At the comb, it's 1.5 inches, and although it's not listed in the company-provided specs, there's about a 1/4 inch of cast in the stock, which will help bring the barrels naturally in line with a right-handed shooter's eye. Mossberg 940 Pro Turkey. Mossberg shotguns are perfect for turkey hunting. They're functional, durable, affordable, they pattern well, and they're unlovely, which are the exact attributes serious turkey hunters want in a gun. Mossberg's newest, and perhaps best, turkey gun is the 940 Pro Turkey, which is an extension of the JN 940 Pro line that the company introduced back in 2020 with the help of iconic competition shooter Jerry McCulloch. There now are field, waterfowl, and tactical variants of the 940 as well. The Pro Turkey gun has some clever features that turkey hunters will appreciate, most notably the cutout in the receiver that's designed to fit any red dot sight that has a shield RNS pattern footprint. This design allows the sight to mount directly to the receiver with 2 screws, and it also keeps the sight mounted low on the gun for a sleek profile. You can see the same ingenious design in the 940 Pro Tactical. The low mount prevents the shooter from having to take their cheek off the stock to see through the sight. The gun to be easy to carry and maneuver through the woods while not being too light. I think the real value in a light turkey gun is that you're able to hold it in a ready shooting position, resting on your knee more comfortably for long waits, while that phantom gobbler closes the distance. But a good turkey gun must be well balanced too, and the 940 certainly is. At 7.5 pounds, the 24-inch barrel version is just right. The 18.5-inch barrel version is a 1/4 pound lighter and certainly more maneuverable, but there was noticeably more muzzle jump while shooting the shorter gun. Just like some ultralight mountain rifles, ultralight turkey guns can be more difficult to shoot accurately and make quick follow-up shots with. Remington 870 Fieldmaster. One of the most popular pump shotguns in America is being replaced this year by the Remington 870 Fieldmaster. Remington, the company that bought the firearm branch of Remington in 2020, is taking the 870 Express out of production in favor of the upgraded Fieldmaster. More than 11 million 870s, including Wingmasters, which debuted in 1950, have been sold over the last 7 decades. But in recent years, the Express suffered from poor quality control under previous ownership. It's no secret that 870 Express guns were not what they used to be. Remington is using a new process for smoothing the action bars, and I found the action easy to work. A clunky bar system can make it more difficult to get an accurate second shot off. If there is any stiffness that may cause you to drop the barrel when you slide the forend backward to eject the first round, and you will have to find the target again and make an adjustment to kill the second bird. I was able to stay on the clay bird shooting doubles on skeet, and the 3.5-inch travel of the forend was short enough to fire the second shot quickly. Remarms did a fine job giving shooters more for their dollar with the 870 Fieldmaster. The machine work and smoothness of the metal inside the action and barrel, and the action bars themselves was enough to vault the Fieldmaster ahead of the Express. And in this modern era of shotguns, it's unheard of to offer an affordable repeater with a walnut stock and forend. Most are made with flimsy hardwood or a composite material. The Fieldmaster also hit the mark on the pattern board, delivering the superior downrange performance we're accustomed to seeing from the 870 platform. It also proved itself as a durable pump action during the torture test. Even when it failed, I only needed to field strip it and perform a quick cleaning to get it operating again. There's still plenty of uncertainty around remarms and the future of Remington firearms. Will the Fieldmaster become a worthy heir of the 870 legacy? It's far too early to tell, but the model I reviewed ran reliably, patterned well, and looked good while doing it. That should give Remington loyalists a reason to be hopeful. Winchester Super X4 left hand. The Winchester Super X4 is the latest gun in a line that began with the Browning Gold and morphed into the Winchester Super X2, Browning Silver, Super X3, and now the Super X4. All the guns are built around a gas system that works reliably, reduces recoil effectively, runs for many rounds without cleaning, and is easy to maintain when you do have to clean it. The Super X4 replaced the X3 in 2019, retaining the lightweight and trim lines of the X3 while adding enlarged bolt handle, safety, trigger guard, and bolt release to make it easier to use in bad weather, and also lowering the price. Currently, the X4 comes in both 3-inch and 3.5-inch 12-gauge versions as well as a 20-gauge. There are 12 and 20-gauge compact versions with shorter stocks for smaller shooters and, new for 2022, Winchester added true left-hand 12-gauge models as well. So there is a Super X4 to suit almost anyone. A Super X4 is light enough to take into the turkey woods or the uplands, and its gas system reduces recoil, so it's still a comfortable gun to use for waterfowl or even clay target shooting. The Winchester X4 also has the enlarged bolt handle and bolt release button that hunters and target shooters seem to prefer. I like these because they are larger, but not too big, and because unlike some bolt releases, the X4 button is big enough to make it easier to use, but not so big that it's easy to press inadvertently. The safety is big, square, and now made out of plastic. One of the cost-saving measures Winchester used to lower the X4's price. But it's large enough that it's hard to miss, even when birds take you by surprise, and it's easy to reverse for left-handed use. The trigger broke at 5.9 pounds, putting it in the mainstream of shotgun trigger pull weights. Benelli Super Black Eagle 3. The Benelli Super Black Eagle became a favorite of wildfowlers, as it was one of the first semi-autos capable of shooting magnum loads. The Benelli Super Black Eagle 3, SBE3, is now available in a 3-inch 20-gauge that is slim, lithe, handles like a dream, and can gobble 2 3/4, and 3-inch shells like a football team at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Also offered in a 3-inch 12-gauge, for those who realize that the 3.5-inch shell can sometimes beat the snot out of you after a long day in the duck blind. The 20-gauge Super Black Eagle 3 is made on a properly scaled 20-gauge action, making it seem alive between your hands, yet not so slim as to be almost whippy like the old lightweight Winchester Model 59 with its fiberglass wrapped barrel. Slim isn't all it is. It is brimming with features for the chili-fingered duck hunter. With its oversized trigger guard, big bolt release, large safety button, and loading ports sculpted for the ease of jamming in shells. The trigger pulls on this SBE were a crisp average of 4 Obs 6 ounces with my Lyman digital trigger pull gauge. I always look at the quality of the build relative to the price. Everything on the SBE3 comes together very nice. Benelli did an awesome job here. The quality is very apparent. The balance is a bit rearwards to be expected with an inertia gun with lesser components up front. I like this because it gives me more control from where you're actually grabbing it. This may result in more muzzle jump though, while you're still learning the gun. The barrel undergoes something called a cryo treatment. This is a process of deep freezing the barrels to tighten the tolerances on a molecular level. Benelli says that typical hammer forging can cause the barrel to overtime, flex, and reshape with the pressures of shooting a lot. This cryo treatment prevents that, which results in less wear and tear, as well as more consistent patterns. Thanks for watching the video this far. With that, we have to the end of today's video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and also share this video with your friends.